Hi Leo, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your February 2016 forecast for the month. I'm happy to be outdoors. We're back into our normal weather here in Los Angeles, and my heart goes out to the East Coast. Being bi-coastal, I totally get it. In my world, it's either 20 degrees or 80 degrees. I said that in another forecast because I don't want to seem like I'm bragging. I'm just coming to you with some sunshine because I figure it's more uplifting and more positive forecast when the sun is shining. Okay, Leo, let's get into it. I'm using the Art Nouveau Tarot deck by Antonella Castelli, super romantic deck for February. And I'm going to use them earlier in this reading. I just want to go over a few transits, starting with the 8th of February. We have our new moon, and there is a lot of energy in your polar opposite sign of Aquarius. So with our new moon and the sun in this sector at 19 degrees, your 7th house of relationships is lit up, and this is a great transit for Leos who are looking for relationship or commitment. The 7th house is not dating. It is a monogamous partnership. It is soulmate. It is marriage. So the new moon in the 7th house, for those of you who are looking, really get out of your comfort zone and be seen, be visible around the first week. Actually, for all of February, because there's a lot of personal planets moving into this Aquarian sector that could give you a lot of love and communication, like Venus and Mercury. So, those of you already in commitments, you could see them take a forward progression. Maybe you're moving in together around the new moon. Maybe he puts a ring on it. Something like that. Progression in the relationship. On the 13th, Mercury follows into Aquarius. So the planet of communication is in the soulmate sector. This is a great placement for online dating, but it's also information about the partnership, details, the analysis, is that even a word? The analysis of the partnership is happening in the first half of February. And throughout February, actually, the second half of February, because he enters there on the 13th. I want to say Mercury has been direct now, but he officially clears his shadow on Valentine's Day. That's 1 degree of Aquarius, the degree in which he retrograded. So give him some time, because even though he's direct, there still could be some tweaks in the communication sector, or in communication in the health sector for you, Leo. I'm hoping that makes sense. The retrograde had occurred in your 6th house of health and your work. So there was either a delay or a slowing up of the healing process there, or perhaps some of you weren't even at work with Mercury retrograde in the 6th house, or you weren't understanding people in that arena. But now that he's moving into Aquarius and direct in the partnership sector, more positive influence, and officially clearing his shadow on Valentine's Day. Now on the 16th, Venus, another personal planet, follows suit into Aquarius. So Venus and Mercury, the sun and the new moon, all in the 7th house of marriage and soulmates. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And Venus is harmony. So say you're in a relationship and you haven't really been hitting it off. Venus is there to smooth that over. Venus is harmony and effortless ease. So that will work wonders for your partnership. On the 19th, the sun enters Pisces. The sun is the life force himself. He's your ruling planet, Leo. And this is your 8th house of shared resources and investments. 8th house of wills, estates, property. 8th house of regeneration, transition, and death. Perhaps the sun is replenishing the resources sector through your relationship too, meaning you're gaining more of the shared resources because your relationship is now combined into one household or one roof, or you're gaining the investment from a partner at that time. It could apply in so many different ways. I'm getting that you're moving up in some kind of status here. So maybe you're moving in with someone, or there's more money coming to you through support of family. On the 22nd, we have our full moon at 3 degrees of Virgo in the second house. So of money. So there's an ending or an awareness, a culmination in the finance sector for you, Leo. We'll see how this plays out with the cards. I've been shuffling throughout the whole reading. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. I read all through the week. And I really would appreciate your support on Facebook, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. I also want to tell you I have another radio show coming up on February 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, goddessalive.com. Oh, I'm sorry, Goddess Live Radio, motherhouseofthegoddess.com is where you can get that info. Also, I'll be posting on my website as well as my Facebook page. So, Leo rising, here are your cards for February 2016. The Star. Now in this deck, in Antonella's deck, she calls it the stars. She pluralizes it. Maybe this is a typo actually, because you see how, and I'm so Mercury ruled that I'm like, wait, they pluralized it here, the stars, but it's actually called the Star in the Tarot, the Star card. It's not plural. And I'm thinking, since I speak Spanish, I'm thinking if they pluralized the stars here, it would be las estrellas would be plural. Las estrellas is star. And it's really just la estrella. So it is one. I think it's a typo. Anyway, unless they meant like the lovers, how they pluralized that, but that actually is the name in the tarot. So anyway, it is the Star card. This is the card that governs Aquarius in the tarot. That is where all of the sun, the new moon, Mercury, and Venus are hit in your sector of Aquarius, which is the Star. Also, this card means a wish and success, and it's very spiritual card. Let's see what else comes up. Seven of Pentacles. Wow, she's twisting it up. Seven of Pentacles. Going through transformation in order to get higher payment. Seven of coins or pentacles is stages of transformation. In the alchemical deck, it's the obelisk. It's going through different layers of promotion. Let's see what else. You have two more cards. The Fool. Look how cute. I love these cards. I have to bring them out more. The Fool. El Loco. This is new beginnings. The new moon. New beginnings. Stepping into something blindly. See how the snake's biting his heel? In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, there's a dog usually on the Fool card nipping at his ankles. Now the snake denotes danger, but it's almost like he's going into things blindfolded. He doesn't know enough. He doesn't have enough information before he takes this first step into the unknown, which is the Fool. So let's see what else. Death card. La Muerte, Dia de los Muertos. She's rocking a Dia de los Muertos dress, and I said this in another reading. She's holding like this cane or staff with this face on it. I'm sorry about the auto shop noise, but there is transition in your cards. The transformation with the Seven of Pentacles, the change in how you're earning your money, and then literal change. And the sun is in your 8th house, the house of this card, the house of Scorpio, the house of change, the house of death. So, in a large scope here, some of you Leos have just returned from travel with I don't know why I want to say with a lover, but I'm thinking of the Lover's card. That's not accurate. What I want to say is some of you are returning from travel, lucky travel, blessed, a wish coming true, but also your money is changing and you might be starting a new position. You might be starting what you think is at the bottom, but it's never really the bottom, because with each change we bring lessons and a new path with us and growth. You're never going backwards, so there's no starting over. There's only progression. There's no starting from ground zero. Yes, zero is the Fool because it's the first card in the tarot. But you've learned so much. You see all those discs around him? I'm getting like he's accumulated so much knowledge and coin and growth, and that he's just moving on. There's change here. You could find yourself in a new job, in a new position. Now, your 8th and 2nd house, full moon in the 2nd, bringing an ending to some of the earnings. Maybe you're changing up where you're working, how you're working, with whom you're working. I'm not mad at these cards, Leo. I think that you're up for some change, for some new beginnings. And that's what March 20th is all about, the first day of spring, the new astrological year. So we're headed in that direction. You're just getting prepared a little early, I think. All right, Leo, thanks for joining me. I'm wishing you a sweet February. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.